welcome back. I don't know about all of you, but I am so tired of scrolling. It doesn't make me feel good. I want to be the person who I want to be. I want to do the hobbies that I want to do. I want to learn so many things. But it's so easy in this world to just reach for our phones. And I've been really practicing reducing my screen time. So I figured over the span of a few days, I would show you what I do instead of scroll. My real life, my real interests. And I have a warm mug of lemon balm tea here today and my cozies because it is faux fall here in Canada. We woke up with single-digit weather, which I am just thrilled about. And truly, once it's hit September 1st, it kind of just is fall anyways, even if we haven't had the equinox yet. I want to get right on into this. I want to go work on a puzzle. And I have some very cute fall puzzles, some puzzle and fall audiobook time. So I'm going to take y'all with me to my office and show you what I like to do and how quickly I can get lost in time when it comes to puzzles. My desk is truly one of my happy places in my home. It is like the home of my hobbies, my little craft drawers in here. It's my space to do my puzzles, journaling. It's right by a beautiful window with lots of sunlight. I'm just happy to be here. It feels a lot nicer already than scrolling on Reels or TikTok. I have a little friend here with me, Hocus Crow, who just came in the mail. Technically, this is my partner's, but we are both Corvid lovers, and I'm so happy to have this silly little guy here. He is giving me company on my desk for puzzle time today. Now, audiobook. I am indeed listening on my phone, but I'm not scrolling. We can use technology for good too. I listen to all of my audiobooks on Libby through the library. I am currently listening to, if you saw my fall TBR, Lord of the Wings, which is a cozy mystery centered around Halloween. The whole town is being made up into a Halloween festival and haunted houses and games and scavenger hunts gone awry, wreaking havoc in the town. So I am thoroughly enjoying this audiobook so far. I'm about 30% in. I do have the physical copy of the book too that I thrifted this past summer and knew I wanted to hold on to for fall. So I am going to be listening to that while starting a new puzzle, which I will pan and show you behind me right now. It is this adorable little fall woodland scene. And this puzzle was perfect for me because it's 500 pieces, which is the sweet spot I find. If it's any more, I can't like listen to an audiobook or watch a cozy fall YouTube video without feeling like I can't give my focus to either. And sure, I could do just a puzzle, but I really like being able to listen to a festive audiobook too. So I just completed this puzzle last night and my partner actually got me another one from the same collection. It is like a cozy bookshop in the fall scene with a cat. I love anything with a little critter on it, which is also 500 pieces. So I am so excited to get started on this one and pack up the old puzzle. I've been appreciating it on my desk complete for a few days and I do want to frame it eventually, but I think I want to build it once more at least, or save it for next fall to build again and then maybe frame in the future. So I'm going to put on my audiobook and start deconstructing this puzzle so that I can get started on my new puzzle. Isn't it so cute? And it just fits. It just fits the perfect length on my desk. I'm so sad to take it apart. I just want to move in. I just want to move in and sit with the squirrel and the badger and the bear and the fox and the frog down here, all the little birdie friends, and read and have tea and knit with cookies. Are you joking me? I'm gonna get my audiobook playing and say goodbye. Farewell to my little forest picnic friends for now.
After I've listened to Lydia's voicemails, of course. I pushed the buttons to call my voicemail, and then I pushed my phone's speaker button.
This was wildly more time consuming than I anticipated taking this puzzle apart. And I did have a little accident, so I'm going to save this little topper. This is not looking good for me wanting to frame this puzzle. And I'm gonna save it in this little baggie because I don't have any like glue or anything right now, any super glue. So I don't want that to get lost. I'm just gonna tuck it in this bag and tuck it in with the puzzle. I must know, if you have tips for taking apart a puzzle, what are we doing? There has to be a better way, right? Not that I mind that it was time consuming. I found myself feeling a little flustered, especially when the piece broke and a couple pieces were really frustrating to try and take apart. And I really tried to just sink into the moment of like, what's the rush? There is none. I'm self-imposing like a timeline on a puzzle. It's so silly. So I really tried to just be present and think, you know what, I have this time now to listen to my audiobook and not really have to focus on much but taking this apart. But that doesn't mean that I loved it. It's taken apart now and I think I'm 37%. Ooh, my phone's a little dusty from the puzzle dust. I'm 37% into Lord of the Wings, and I don't know how I feel about it yet. I definitely don't love it, but I find with cozy mysteries, it's kind of hit or miss. It's hard to find ones that really stand out, but it's fun. It's festive. I've got my friend Hocus Crow with me, my jellycat, to keep me company, and the vibes are there. It's the atmosphere, the setting of Halloween and fall, and I love feeling like I'm being read a story. I don't love the narrator of this one. There's certain audiobook narrators that just like really captivate me with stories, but I am having a good time, and this book was on my fall TBR. So I suppose it is time to start sorting my new puzzle. I don't think I'm gonna get a ton built today, but when I start a puzzle, for me at least mostly, it's kind of sorting the pieces and going through and finding edges and finding the easier parts to start with. Like with my last puzzle, I started with the colors that I thought were animals and put them into little piles and built those first so it was less overwhelming. Cheers to my Snoopy mug of tea that I'm making sure to not forget about, because I don't know about y'all, but I'm so bad for forgetting about a mug of tea, especially when I'm in the puzzle zone. The strangest thing in my audiobook, and I don't know if it's true and I need to Google it now, but one of the characters is a zookeeper and he says that a group of ravens is not called a flock of ravens, but that it's called an unkindness or a conspiracy of ravens. Well, I'll be damned, a conspiracy and unkindness or a treachery. That is fascinating. I love learning.
Of ravens. Now that I'm afflicted with them, I find both terms curiously apt. But why did you afflict yourself with so many in the first place? I asked. Why not just train one?
I am done puzzling for now. I got to 45% in my audiobook, so I'm almost halfway done, which like, this is how I read so many books. Audiobooks, I love to listen while I'm sewing, while I'm crafting, while I'm puzzling. And I mostly try to find my edge pieces so that I can build the border and kind of work my way in. That's the technique I'm gonna go for this time around. I found quite a few, so I'm quite happy. But I'm gonna go eat some chips and salsa and watch the new Ruby Granger video talking about her curriculum for the coming seasons, which if you don't know, I recently made an autumn curriculum of what I want to read about and what I want to learn and fill my autumn with, and did a whole podcast episode on it and a little post on my Patreon and Instagram. So I can't wait to hear what she has to say about hers. So I will catch you guys soon. I want to do some reading of my current physical read, which is Dungeon Crawler Carl, sometime this afternoon. So I will see you after chips and salsa. It is so cold. I am like bundled up and still debating turning my heating pad on. I have nestled into my creaky little papasan chair. I promise it's cozier than it looks. Here I have my current read, which is Dungeon Crawler Carl. And although it was tempting to stay in bed on my phone watching TV mindlessly, I want to read my book. I want to know what happens. I am going to be spending a little bit of time today reading. And what's hard is I love this book so much. I am enjoying it so much. My partner got me this physical hard copy for my birthday this year. But these books, this is part of a series with like at least 7 other books are listed. And my library has none of them. They don't have physical copies. They don't have ebooks. They don't have audiobooks. The audiobooks apparently are locked as like an Audible exclusive. Someone who really likes to talk about books being accessible and reading on a budget and having things available. Now, all of these books are on Kindle Unlimited, but again, I'm like, I don't want to pay for a subscription to read. So I am requesting that my library gets the rest of them. Otherwise, they might be a holiday treat. It might be something that I ask for Christmas or birthdays or what have you, but I know I'm gonna want to read book 2. So this is going to be a pickle that I'm gonna get myself in, but I'm gonna spend a little bit of time reading. Okay, I am over halfway into Dungeon Crawler Carl now. I put the little dust jacket on so that I can show you and talk to you a little bit about what this book is, because it's very unique to anything I've ever read. And I'm hoping somebody else will want to take a chance on this book series. So essentially, Carl, he is at his ex-girlfriend's place. She is off living her new life, and he is there at 2 o'clock in the morning with her show cat, Princess Donut, wearing her pink Crocs and leather jacket to go outside and chase Princess Donut, who has fled out a window. When all of a sudden his apartment that he's in and all the buildings around him vaporize to the ground. He's seeing in his vision like stats and messages like as if you were in a video game, and these spotlights come up and this voice comes into his head, and he can tell that Princess Donut can hear it too, explaining that the dungeons are now open. You have 1 hour to decide if you want to participate or try and fend for yourself on what's left of Earth from this alien syndicate who has reclaimed their resources and minerals. Anywho, it is just following Carl through this dungeon. It's almost like the Hunger Games, but like aliens. It follows Carl and Princess Donut, which she better be safe. She better be safe this whole series. Their journey through this show and surviving, and there's final bosses and neighborhood bosses that you have to destroy essentially, and you can get loot boxes and level up your skills, and it's very like role-playing game style, but there's also this like talk show, this after show on Style that Princess Donut really wants to be on. She also gains sentience so that she can talk. There's like an auto translator. She can now communicate with Carl. It's everything to me. And I actually heard about these books through Carter Sullivan here on YouTube. I believe she said her husband really likes the series. And when I was out for my birthday with my partner and saw it in the bookshop, I said, this feels like the time. This feels like my time. I've been kind of struggling with reading I don't know. All the books that are like crazed online are not, they're feeling repetitive. I needed something unique. This is such an easy way to get off my screens. Finding a book that you like, finding a series that you like, a genre is really helpful. Sometimes it's just pushing yourself to actually put the phone down, pick up your book and read. And once I get started, I just never want to stop. So I think I have about 150 pages left. Hopeful to finish this week. But I've had such a nice day of puzzling and audiobooks and reading. I'm gonna read more in the bath this evening as well. I was debating making a loaf of banana bread and listening to my audiobook, but my body is feeling like it needs some rest in bed. So I think I'm gonna play some tiny bookshop, which like perhaps that is looking at a screen still. I don't know, but it's not scrolling anyhow to me. It's a happier alternative and gets me using my brain. So that's what my evening's gonna look like. And this is kind of what my days look like, swapping out chunks of time where I might be scrolling for something better like crafting or cozy hobbies or reading a book. I also have some snail mail, some pen pals that I want to respond to before I go to the post office on Friday. So today's Wednesday as I'm recording this, and I will probably either have a crack at that tonight or tomorrow. I'm not entirely sure yet, but just finding these little things to pour focus into, like put your phone somewhere else, just put it in a different room, make it hard to be available to your phone. My brain just feels so much clearer and I just feel so much happier. I don't know, even if I'm not feeling good and I scroll on my phone, I never finish my scroll feeling better or fulfilled. Whereas I always feel refreshed and excited after I've finished reading and getting lost in another world for a while. I'm coming to you from my kitchen where I did indeed end up making a banana bread batter that I'm about to put in the oven, and my camera was charging. I got so excited for library purposes that I'll share in a moment and thought I need to listen to my audiobook and make banana bread. I had the perfect amount of bananas that were overly ripe to make a loaf, and I made one for book club earlier this week and it was devoured. I didn't even eat a slice. So I'm excited to be able to have one to have in our house for however long that lasts. So I'm gonna pop that in the oven and then share why I want to be speeding through my current audiobook. While I was sitting down, while I was in bed, thinking about what to do before supper, my local library on Libby updated. It's Wednesday and I forgot that that's new book day. I must have refreshed at the right time because there was books available for me to borrow. And like I said, I've been really into audiobooks this past month or so, I suppose, so that I can craft while I'm listening. And the new Stacey Willingham, is that her name? Stacey Willingham. She wrote A Flicker in the Dark. She wrote another one and I loved both of those. They're both thrillers, I suppose. I have no idea the premise of this book. I just saw it and I said, yes, it's available right now. There's no hold, there's no wait. Yes. And I can't remember who had shared about this book, but it's called The Other Side of Now by Paige Harbison. And it sounds really interesting. It is kind of like fantasy, but I don't think as romance focused. It has time travel, like alternate universe jumping of this woman, from what I understand, who ends up in this bar and everyone like knows her, but she's like, I've never been here before. Who are all you people? And she was just dropped into this new timeline. So I was able to borrow both of those. I am indeed growing all the books that I have and want to read. But audiobooks I am able to get through quite quickly from having them playing. Like I literally will play them while I'm in the shower, while I'm baking banana bread. I'll put one on after when I'm making supper and heating up our leftovers. I'm gonna put it on while I go play more Tiny Bookshop, and I must be over the 50% mark in Lord of the Wings now. Yeah, I'm just at 50%. It should only take me a couple of hours to finish up that book, but I love feeling excited about reading. I just love the feeling. of like borrowing new books from the library. So I have a lot of reading to do in my future. I'm so excited to be excited about books and about reading, and I just want everyone to find that feeling. So I'm gonna go play Tiny Bookshop and listen to Lord of the Wings and enjoy that so that I can get to these other two books that I'm maybe a little bit more excited about. Don't tell Lord of the Wings. Next day, it is a cozy rainy day. I have my warm mug of tea, and right now it feels like it'd be really easy to sit in bed and scroll and watch TV, but we are not doing that. We are going to write some cards. We're going to do some snail mail. It's about 1 o'clock today. I spent the morning working on my podcast, recording and editing some things. This evening I am heading into my normal people job, so I figure I have a few hours, have my bedding going in the washing machine right now, and I am going to listen to my audiobook and write back some snail mail. I think that I keep Canada Post going here in Ontario. And I have some letters I picked up from my P.O. box, a couple from Australia. So I am so excited to open those. I don't know how I've gone like a full 5 days without opening them. I don't like to open my snail mail until I'm ready to respond in the moment. I think it just feels like the proper way to correspond. So I know I have some mail from Lisa and Lindal, both from Australia. Very nice alliteration. And as well as Ali from Florida, who sent me some of her personal childhood VHSs and some very, very, very cute Studio Ghibli stationery. So I am going to bring you back around to my desk, back to my desk. I'm gonna have to kind of makeshift move my puzzle over. Oh, I finished Lord of the Wings. I finished my audiobook Lord of the Wings last night when I was baking banana bread and working on my puzzle while it baked. I would say like 3 stars. I didn't love it, but I didn't dislike it. So this morning while I was puttering around, I started The Other Side of Now. And that was one of the library books that I had just got yesterday that I was so excited about, and I'm really enjoying it so far. So I'm only about 45 minutes in. I'm happy. I'm also, I think I have 100-ish pages left in Dungeon Crawler Carl. I don't know how much time I'll have for physical reading today. It is on the menu for when I finish snail mail. However, I take my time with snail mail. It'll probably take me a good hour, hour and a half to write back 3 cards. So, what a beautiful day. If I had one of those little mini portable DVD players, this would be the perfect time to play Twilight while I pen pal. I am telling you, the ambiance is unmatched today out my window. I've done my best to make room in pushing the puzzle over. I have mail that I'm going to respond to. These are the very cute little journals that Ali from Discord and Patreon sent me over, and I haven't opened the card yet. Like I said, I like to open them right as I'm about to respond. Mary here. I've got my sticker books I like to use in my cards. I've got my big stationery organizer here with washi tapes. I have so many fall washi tapes. I can't wait to show you. I have some little Halloween postcards too. Aren't they just so perfect? This one at the bottom has like little squirrels and pies. I love them. I am going to get to some pen paling. I've got a couple of these cards left and a couple Snoopy cards left. So I'm hoping I can use those up over the next couple of weeks so that I can maybe hunt down some fall cards. Do fall cards exist? I don't know. I guess I have my Halloween postcards. I just love snail mail. I do. So I am going to pop on The Other Side of Now. And I'm going to listen to that. She's going to be traveling to Ireland soon. I read the description, so I know a little bit more about what's happening. and I'm very interested in the Irish setting. So going to dive into that, enjoy my tea, read some mail, and get to making some mail myself.
Is on my phone as it ends. You're a famous actor, Snail. Do you think
impossible to write while listening to an audiobook. So I washi taped and I stickered, and I think I'm going to switch to my Cozy Fall Jazz playlist now because I want to be able to give that book my attention, and it's too many words here and here right now. So I like this one on Spotify. I literally just typed in Cozy Fall Jazz Cafe, and I listen to this all year round. Nice on an early morning, on a late night, grocery shopping, or snail mailing. Put a pause on my snail mailing because my heart is so full. I just opened my snail mail from Lindahl. I really hope I'm saying her name right. And I'm keeping some things private for me, but I absolutely am so tickled with this Australian sticker sheet. I love Australian animals. I love watching the Irwin show in Australia. I have a jellycat that looks like that, I believe, cockatoo, perhaps? I also have a wombat jellycat. Look at this though. I'm moving in. I'm moving in. I'm moving in. I will be finding a frame to put this probably above my desk. This is so sweet. Oh my gosh. But something that just warmed my heart. She was so kind to send me an advanced copy of her book, Tenderly I Am Devoured, which I loved. You can read more about it on my Goodreads, but there's this little chapter sampler and I'm going to cherish this so much. But as a bookmark lover and collector, I am absolutely in love with this bookmark for her book, and there is a quote on the back. I will be cherishing this. I love snail mail. I feel for people who don't know the joy of pen paling and snail mail. However, I just wanted to share that briefly. I am still just plugging away. I need to go grab my laundry from the dryer, and then I'm going to try and respond to her beautiful, beautiful little care package. My tea has gone cold. So much time has passed. It's incredible how time can pass so quickly when you're lost in a craft or a hobby as well. It's almost 3 p.m. So I have been snail mailing for 2 hours, which is wild. My heart feels so warm. I just finished responding to Lisa from Australia. If you're watching, hello Lisa. And I just love getting to connect with people in the form of written mail. It just feels more personal. However, this day is getting away from me. I cannot believe it. It's so windy. All the robins are out. There's a little break in the rain. I do need to fold laundry and make dinner so that I have it all ready when I get home from work later. So I think I'm gonna do that first. I think I'm gonna tend to my responsibilities. However, I am going to listen to my audiobook while I do all of that. This is how I fit in so much reading. I'm not a fan of multitasking unless it involves a book. We will catch up after if I have any time to read, which I'm hoping I might. If not, then I will see you tomorrow on Friday. I don't know what the next few hours are going to bring me, but I feel very calm and content. And that's what I love about doing offline hobbies. It also means I have to clean everything up now as well. have done so much reading since we last talked. I've been feeling a little bit under the weather. I don't know if it's a flare from the cold front, who knows, but I finished Dungeon Crawler Carl. I finished that last night, reading snug as a bug in a rug in bed. 5 stars, loved it. I literally want to go to the bookstore tonight to get book 2 because my library doesn't have them, like nowhere has them. And I haven't had that feeling in so long where you immediately want to read the next book in a series. I also finished Just Friends by Haley Pham, who's a YouTuber. And I'm gonna glaze over it. I have my review on Goodreads, but I didn't love it. I love Haley. It just wasn't my cup of tea, which is completely fine. And I am like 60% into my audiobook, which I did indeed just start, what, yesterday? 66% into The Other Side of Now. And I'm really enjoying this audiobook. It's definitely a little bit more romance heavy than I expected. I kind of went in super blind and thought maybe more fantasy. There is that cool like alternate universe reality element, but I'm really enjoying that too. I just got an ARC. By the time you see this video, the book will be out, but it's called Falling Like Leaves, I think. Let me check on my Goodreads. It's supposed to be perfect for people that love Gilmore Girls. And that's me, and it's YA, so it's my type of romance. I am so here for just like a wholesome YA fall romance. The best kind of cheese. I'm going to close out this video because it is the long weekend as I'm filming this here in Canada, and my body is telling me to slow down. I hope that this has also inspired you to get off your phone, stop the scroll. You have to, you really have to manually stop yourself sometimes. And there's so many other things that I love to do, and maybe I could do more of these vlogs if you enjoy them. Thank you again so much for being here, for watching, for spending a couple cozy days off my phone with me. It is the happiest way to live my life, in my opinion, and I will catch y'all next week.